Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more fantastic and incredible coverage of The Defense 2, organized and brought to you by joinDOTA, commentated by Toshley, and sponsored by WhA and BenQ. And once again, it's time for the shameless plugs. Go check out just that. Wow, what was that? I have no idea. Go check out the-defense.com for everything you need to know about this tournament. Feel free to check out joinDOTA.com for all sorts of glorious Dota 2 goodness. And once again, we have to mention a special shout out to WhA and BenQ for sponsoring this tournament, which goes by the name of The Defense 2 in case you couldn't already figure it out. And last but by no means least, don't forget that you can purchase a ticket to this tournament. It will cost you a measly $5 reduce and it will be well worth it. You can watch all the replays from inside the client itself. It comes with commentary as well as the ability to watch it from an observer's perspective, a commentator's perspective. Absolutely fantastic. Valve, you're amazing. But let's continuing on into the group stages. We have Team Infused playing on the Radiant side going up against WhA Asians, who is repping it out over on the Dire side. Jumping straight into the captain's draft, we have Infused rapidly banning out Lycan and Darkseer. Lycan, of course, very understandable. After all, WhA Asians do have the first pick, and Darkseer being that powerful solo off-lane slide pusher guy that bloody destroys things and is a very powerful hero overall. We has Asians responding to that with banning out a Brewmaster and a Brood Mother, so we have powerful tanky Initiator being removed straight from the game, with the power of the Brood Mother being taken out as well, another one of those solo side lane pushers. And an absolute nuisance to deal with indeed, and Lycan being their third and final ban for the first initial phase of the banning and picking phase. Did I say Lycan? I meant Leshrac, sorry. Leshrac being the third and final ban, pushing power as well as some nice stuns and massive amounts of single target and AoE damage to come out of that hero. And as we wait for Infused third and final ban for the first phases of the banning phase. Need to stop saying phases, huh? Nevertheless, who is it going to be? Who do they want to take out? As to who their current what are some powerful heroes that are still remaining? Chen is still in, Invoker's still in. Syllabear going to be the next pickup as well, next ban rather. So we want to remove all of those sort of, what's a good word to describe them? Powerful snowballing heroes that can push like crazy, which is fairly standard considering that the metagame of Dota 2, at least in the Western European, well, the non-Asian scene at least, is all about pushing. And the first pickup for WhA Asians is going to be that of the Chaos Knight, surviving the banning and picking phase, and WhA Asians secure up that CK almost immediately. Out of CK, we've got an ability to chase and stop heroes with that Reality Rift and that stun. 4-second stuns, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be an absolute horror to deal with. With Nature's Prophet being still in the game, he gets immediately picked up by Infused, followed by the Chen. We have two very powerful heroes being rapidly acquired there by Team Infused. WhA Asians respond to that with a Queen of Pain and an Enigma. We have some team fight power to come from that Enigma, as well as lots of AoE burst damage to come in from the Queen of Pain. And Infused, I gotta say that those two pickups are pretty friggin' good. You've got Nature's Prophet, who can teleport all around the map, pushing lanes and overall assisting in ganks, as well as being an excellent farmer. And of course Chen, which utilizes everything. He's just a really good hero. He has a global heal, he has the ability to send injured teammates straight back into the fountain, and of course being able to build a little army of creeps allows him to push lanes and go for early ganks if he gets lucky and picks up something like an Ursa Warrior or a Centaur. Easy first blood it is indeed. But WhA Asians lineup is powerful indeed. But Infused just adding to the... Infused have a lot of pushing power currently. All three of these heroes have... both early, mid, and late game pushing power, especially early game pushing power. And combined with the Chen and the Venomancer, we also have quite a bit of first blood power to come out of them as well. You've got that Venomous Scale, which is without a doubt the best ganking ability at level 1. 50% slow, I believe it is. It's ridiculous, but that's an easy peasy first blood. If you get a Centaur or an Ursa Warrior on that Chen, first blood, easy peasy, no one's going to survive. The WhA Asians lineup is solid as well. We've got just initiating and tanky powerness, for lack of a better term, coming in from the Chaos Knight. a lot of power to come out of him, actually. Chaos Knight's awful to bring down, it's an absolute pain, and when he gets a nice bit of farm, you combine Phantasm with a Manta style, and all of a sudden, all of your towers are dead, and there is little you can do about it. Queen of Pain is going to bring in the burst damage, Blink to Scream to ultimate, is going to destroy anyone that's inside, especially towards the earlier stages of the game. You combine that with the Black Hole to hold everyone in place to come in from the Enigma, and oh my lord, death will roll out. But the bans are coming from Infused is that of the Crystal Maiden, and WhA has Asians following that up with an Anti-Mage. Not entirely sure about the justification for those two bans. I can't really see exactly how those heroes would considerably inhibit whatever, strategy the team might be going up against. WhA has Asians. I don't think they really need to worry about too much late game, which is the taking of that Anti-Mage out. He's not really that great of a hero anyway. He needs so much farm to be effective. And then again, Infused. I guess Crystal Maiden's fairly strong towards the early stages of the game. She's a very solid support all round. So it's helpful to be able to take that out. Nightstalker being taken out by WhA has Asians. Don't want to have a powerful hero such as that to be in the middle lane, get up levels, and then start smacking everyone around. And Enchantress, surprisingly enough, surviving long enough to get banned in the final phase, would have no doubt been a pickup had she have survived this final banning phase. But alas, it is complete, and we'll be jumping into the next picking phase. WhA has Asians, of course, having that next pick. Who do they want to go with their current composition? They've got a lot of teamfight power, and they could go for more. However, I feel that they need counter push. They don't have much of that right now, and Infused have a lot of push. But who's left to do the pushing? Windrunner's reasonable at that. Power Shot is fairly good at clearing out creep waves, but Infused just have so much pushing power with the 3 picks that they've selected, which is why they were banning out. I guess Crystal Maiden's reasonable at counter pushing. Not particularly great though. A Crystal Nova is not going to do that much to a wave. But Windrunner is an overall solid pickup. Juggernaut going to be the next pickup for that of Infuse. He's going to be playing the role of the hard carry without a shadow of a doubt. As for their lanes, Ancient Apparition going to be the final pickup. It's a no-brainer that they're going to combine him with the CK. They go together beautifully. As for the lanes for WhA has Asians, it's quite open. If I were to guess, I would think maybe Enigma in the jungle. We could have CK and Ancient Apparition going mid. We'll have Queen going solo top. And of course, Windrunner going solo bottom. And here comes some more pushing power to come out of Infuse. As if they didn't have enough already. They're just not happy with those 3, with the Venomancer, with the Chen, and with the Nature's Prophet. Those 3 heroes are not enough. We want more, they yell out very loudly. And they decide to pick up the Death Prophet. Crobulus, I will refer to her as, because Death Prophet is just a bit too long of a name. Plus, Prophet is what I like to call Chen. Let's take a look over at Infuse side. Who is playing who? We have Egum playing as a Nature's Prophet, Jane's Blunt playing as that Venomancer, Reshun Love NR playing as that Juggernaut with... what the hell? Hang on a second. Hang on a second. This is not right. Death Prophet's... that's not right. Something is wrong here. Something is very wrong. Death Prophet seems to be a floating chest piece. That's about it. So, a not so accurately depicted Death Prophet is going to be being played by Wagamamamamamamamama. And last but by no means least, there is someone I haven't covered. Yes, indeed, Mini taking up the role of Chen. And over on the Dire side, we're going to have, playing the Ancient Apparition, HHNP, with RMC taking up the role of the Enigma. The Queen of Pain is not named because she is disconnected from the game. Oh, God. I'll never do that again, I apologize. What the hell is going on? Models are not, I don't even know. So Chaos Knight, which is, many parts of him are missing. He doesn't have a head, his horse looks very incomplete and unhappy, doesn't have a tail, doesn't have any weapons. They're very unhappy individuals, I have to say. But at least I would be. But anyway, Unicorn XOXO will be taking up the role of that dismembered Chaos Knight. What the hell is going on? I don't even know. Maybe this is related to the bald Ricky I saw a couple games ago. Honestly, have no clue. Oh yes, and Windrunner being played by Cry Asia. Thankfully, is normal, is intact, no missing body parts or anything like that. So we have a Jesus, look at this. He just looks happy. Is there some way I can rotate the camera? I'm not entirely sure. But that Chaos Knight looks unhappy as hell. And looking over at... Whoa. Looking over at Crobulus, she doesn't look particularly happy either. In fact, I'm having trouble depicting emotions from both of them due to the fact that they don't have heads. And one might have problem depicting emotions when they're headless, because typically that head part is very integral into the displaying and communication of one's emotions, needless to say. Can I view the names from here? Yes, Fartup taking up the role of that Queen of Pain. Everyone has been covered. The pause is still in hand, which is oh so horrible. Have we had a single game in the Dota 2 defense tournament where it wasn't paused right from the start? I think we may have had one or two, not many. Not many. And it's an annoyance without a shadow of a doubt. Good lord, come on guys. Please stop with the whole pausing at the beginning of games. But as for the lanes, I spoke briefly of WhA has Asian's possible lanes. Oh, Queen of Pain has reconnected to the game. Not sure how long it will take for us to resume from there on in, but let's take a guess and a gander at the lanes of Infused. Chen will no doubt be taking up the role in the jungle. We have Nature's Prophet probably taking solo top, and we could have Juggernaut going mid, supported by the Venomancer. We could have, and possibly Crobulus going solo bottom. We could have Crobulus going solo mid. It really depends. Both Crobulus, both Juggernaut can be used as carries. However, I think what their plan for them, at least for Crobulus, is pushing power. Juggernaut's going to be the insurance just in case the pushing power doesn't work. We'll use the Juggernaut. Hopefully he'll have enough farm through the fact that we would have taken at least a few towers, and we'll hopefully have enough last hits, enough XP, and so on and so forth to carry the team to victory. So every single member except for Juggernaut has pretty much immense pushing powers. His spin really isn't that much push. I mean, you can if you want it. It kills a creep wave a little bit, but it does not compare to the amount of pushing power that the rest of the team has. And we can see the entire team of Infuse, including the... Oh, good lord, I don't even know what to say. So the entire team of Infuse making their way to the top. They're looking for first blood, and it might be spilled here. Queen of Pain. However, she wisely hasn't picked up any levels, so she can put a level and blink immediately if danger rolls in, and it just might. I think her game sense might be a little too good. Have they spotted her? I don't think so, but she hasn't spotted them. But she's playing it safe. And sticking back, doesn't want to get taken down. We're still roaming, however. We want that first blood. Infuse want it so badly. But I don't think it's going to happen. And now they're simply securing the runes. They're waiting over at the top. And Windrunner want to be careful, but she has a rather effective ability to escape. The rune is down bottom. It is that of double damage, and no one is aware of what it is. However, the team of Infused do know where it's located, and will probably be rotating to pick that up relatively soon. As for the lanes, it looks like we're going to have Windrunner going solo top. In the middle lane, we have Chaos Knight, and down the bottom, I'm going to assume Ancient Apparition will be with the Chaos Knight, and down the bottom we have that Queen of Pain, with Enigma probably making his way towards the jungle. Yes, indeed. And I really want to burst into laughter at this Crobulus. She looks absolutely ridiculous. Seriously. Bit of damage being exchanged right here, wanting to try and do a little bit of damage to the Windrunner, but that Windrun means a mischance is 100%. And Chaos Knight's going to be very A-OK over here in the middle lane with the Ancient Apparition in the background, waiting to, well, babysitting pretty much. Not really waiting for anything, but just securing the safety. Nature's Prophet probably going to be A-OK, dealing some harassment to the Queen of Pain as much as possible. And here comes the first blood. Windrunner found herself in a bad situation. Venomous Scale has already landed, and the Tornado is doing a lot of damage as well. Trying to Windrun out of there, but it doesn't matter. Chen going in to move in front and try and block, but it isn't even necessary. First blood has been spilled and picked up by Chen. And you see this? You see this bloody thing right there? That's the most annoying goddamn thing in the whole entire game. Those Tornadoes, which is incorrectly named Skeleton Warrior, is the worst. And we saw the power of it. It does a lot of damage, especially towards the early stages of the game. And good lord, it's just bloody horrible to deal with. And it looks like Enigma, we want to pick up a gank on the Nature's Prophet. Seems to be coming in from the behind, or maybe he's just chilling out here and farming in the jungle while he can. In the meanwhile, the top tower is being pushed with the help of this Ursa Warrior, and 1 minute, not even 2 minutes into the game, Infuse have managed to take the first tower. This is the pushing power that I was speaking of. There's so much to come out of Infuse, and we as Asians are their biggest fools to let them get this composition. Without a doubt. And there is absolutely nothing the Windrunner can do about this. If she moves in, she's going to die. She's going to get slowed. Venomous Scale will go out. Death will follow. Isn't even level 2 yet. And the top tower has already taken a fall. And in the meantime, we have Queen of Pain in a not so great situation, but manages to blink to save safety, using that healing salve and eating her way through, trying to navigate out. However, Nature's Prophet is there waiting for it, has spotted her, and is trying to right-click her down. And this will most likely be successful, but the blink most likely be able to blink out of them, blinking to another safe location, but is it going to be long enough? However, the Enigma is moving in to defend, and Nature's Prophet might find himself in a bad situation. The tides have turned, the Treants have spotted, and he's eating his way to safety. Using those tango charges, both heroes just eating their way to safety. It's rather cute. But things have settled down. We're still discussing all manner of bollocks in the chat. I care not for it. Crobulus is still missing all of her body parts, which is just strange. She truly is a ghost this time. In fact, yeah, everything about her is missing, which is just hilarious and strange. CK, the same is true too. He's hitting people with nothing. His horse looks unhappy, doesn't have a tail. It's just unhappy altogether. Enigma's still continuing to jungle it out in Team Infused jungle. I'm surprised they haven't tried to go for a gank on the Nature's Prophet. Well, they did. It wasn't successful. Queen of Pain almost taking a fall as well, but a smoke gank meantime in the top. Looks like they want to go on the middle lane here. Pick up a kill on either the Ancient Apparition or the Chaos Knight. They have that Centaur Khan in to help out. Incorrectly named Centaur Outrunner. Excuse me. At least they got the Centaur part right, though. And in they come. Well, then, not quite yet. Waiting for the opportune moment. There's going to be an awful lot of power to come out of these two, especially with the Venomous Gale and, of course, that War Stomp. Waiting for them to push out just that little bit further so they don't have the time to run back, and they're moving in. Venomous Gale hitting on the Knight right there. But he's managing to get a good distance. Crypt Swarm going out doing a little bit of damage, but Chaos Knight should ultimately be A-okay. Not the best of engagements. I would have waited that little bit more for them to pull out a bit more, but they can't stick around too long. Reality Rift going down and a 2-second stun there on the Crobulus, but she has a lot of staying power right there. Lots of HP with a good amount of regen, and of course that bottle to bring herself to relatively healthy levels in a short amount of time. Enigma has also joined the game, and Chen is waiting in the sidelines. He wants to get a nice stun with that Centaur Khan. Is it going to happen? We'll have to wait and see. Venomat, where the hell's Venomat? Oh, he's right there. Never mind. They're going to push on this middle tower. Maybe. Maybe. In the meantime, things have settled down just that little bit. Both teams sort of backing off and taking a moment to just breathe in, breathe out, refresh, recuperate, rejuvenate. But Chen is going to have none of that. He's going, nuh-uh, I have a Centaur. I have to use it for something. And is he going to engage? It seems not. No is the answer. But maybe we're going to rotate to top and try and go on this Windrunner and push down the tower. In the meantime, we'll have to see. Nature's Prophet just committed suicide. Did the... I know. The Treants. The Treants must have denied him. That was very smart of him. But coming in on the Windrunner, she is only forced to run. She's forced to run deeper into enemy territory, trying to juke through the trees. Windrun going out. Is a Shackle going to try and latch and stop her pursuers? But she's looking pretty safe, however. Venomancer is coming in for the intercept. A Venomous Scale will stop her right in her tracks, but Venomancer is just that little bit too slow. Enigma coming in to reinforce. Juggernaut Spin going down, doing a bit of damage, but Prophet teleporting in as well. The Sprout has gone down. Medallion bringing him down so quickly, but a fantastic Shackle there. It doesn't last very long. The Venomous Scale landing once again, and the Frosted Feet going to be placed down. Venomancer going to be right-clicked down to hell. Trying to get teleported out there, but it is not enough. And Chaos Knight very low on HP as well. Sprout going down, but managing to eat through with his last Tango charge, and the Windrunner will successfully escape as well. Power Shot going out, doing a nice bit of damage, getting 2 of the heroes. But ultimately, both will be absolutely fine. Also, I absolutely love that suicide by the Prophet. Need to pay more attention to that bottom lane, yes indeed. And see, there's so much aggression, so much push to come out of Team Infused. Again, this lineup by them is just really friggin' good. And now that we have another Wildkin, here comes the annoyance. Oh my god, I can just imagine how we as Asians are about to feel in the next couple of moments. This is horrible. And this is a tower. You cannot defend against a tornado like this unless they find that Wildkin and is just far too out of position. Look at the damage that it does. It's absolutely destroying the Ancient Apparition. Chen ulti going down, and the Venomous Scale going to get the kill right there. Chen picking it up actually with one more right click. Windrunner porting in at the worst possible time. Silence going down. Crobulus is there, as well as 2 seconds stun there on the Crob, as well as a fantastic Shackle, but that The Wildkin doing its damage with that tornado and a power shot going out, and 2 kills there for Team Infused and a tower. This tower's going to be easy peasy. You can see the Wildkin has done quite a bit of damage in the form of that tornado. Wildkin tanking the hits, doing some damage to the creep wave. Treants coming in, reinforcements are TPing in, they absolutely have to. Juggernaut coming in to intercept, however, Ancient Apparition can do absolutely nothing about this, and the middle tower will take a fall. Fortification going down doesn't matter, it does not. The healing ward helping out, this actually assists with the pushing power. I completely forgot about this ability to come in from the Juggernaut. This, without a shadow of a doubt, helps out ever so slightly with the pushing power. Prophet ulti going down, pushing the creep wave back just that little bit more. Queen of Pain is working her way towards his bottom tower, but it will be easily defended with a simple teleport. And with the tier 1 tower over the middle lane being taken down, the Crobulus ulti goes out, and the middle tier 2 tower will most likely take a fall. Juggernaut jumping in there, telling everyone to get the hell away, and we can see this tornado just doing damage, repelling everyone away from it. It's an absolute horror to deal with, ladies and gentlemen, and there is pretty much nothing that WhA Agent can do about it. In fact, if we take a gander over at the gold, over at the XP, it's a nice little advantage for Team Infused, especially in the gold department. Needless to say, Power Shot going out doing a little bit of damage, but not ultimately doing all that much. Blink to Shadow Strike, and it's going to teleport the Death Prophet back because, well, why not? Death Prophet going to do a little bit of damage where she can deal it. However, that Chen is, of course, going to send her straight back, as we saw just a few moments ago. Going to pick up a TP and join straight back into the action, so it would seem. In the meantime, Prophet has pushed his way to this bottom tower. The Treant's doing a nice amount of damage, but the Chaos Knight has not intercepted. And Prophet will do a little bit of free damage to this tower and then simply teleport to another lane. In the meantime, Windrunner could find herself in a very bad situation. Prophet alongside an invisible Juggernaut coming in to intercept, and she's on her own. An Omni Slash would be devastating right now. Does he even have it? He does indeed, but his mana is not high enough. Trying to Windrun out of there. The Medallion has brought her armor to absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain is blinking in. Shackle going down doesn't latch, and the Queen of Pain is here to reinforce with Chen in the sidelines, but they catch off the Venomancer, getting the Venomous Gale off, and the AA ulti is going to come in too, doing a nice bit of damage and popping that Venomancer, with Queen of Pain picking up the last hit right there. A nice little victory for WhA Agents, but will it be enough in the long run? I don't think so. The pushing power of Infused is just going to continue to snowball out of control and is not going to tip off until the later stages of the game. And with WhA Agents being somewhat behind in levels, it's going to be incredibly difficult to catch back up, especially if Infused continued to deliver the pressure. It was definitely an unfortunate circumstance to give Infused all of these pushing heroes. They just kept picking them. WhA Agents wanted to go for the power, and as a result, they sacrificed push. Windrunner's a daring lady indeed, getting one right click and then realizing, holy crap, everyone's here, I better leave. Power shotting through and taking out the healing ward, actually. Definitely very good. And AA ult is going to clean up this creep wave. Maybe not shackle to a tree on the Juggernaut, but it doesn't really matter. They can't engage. Power shot going through once again, but it doesn't hit anyone. And the top tower, the bottom tower is going to take a fall, trying to deny, and a very nicely timed deny right there. Ancient Apparition picking up the deny there on that bottom tower. However, it doesn't matter. The tornado is out once again, and we also have a Firbolg here to reinforce. Crob ulti going down, and this tornado is once again, we're just going to watch it destroy them. Omni Slash going out, Ancient Apparition very low and getting taken down. TP's going in, Scream to followed by ulti, and it doesn't do all that much damage because he was currently in the spin, which is magic immune. And the Queen of Pain dropping, actually blinking away very timely, and the Chaos Knight's going to take a fall. He's very low in HP indeed. Prophet ulti going through it and doesn't hit him, as a matter of fact, and manages to just barely survive that. Two heroes escaping out of very dire situations just then, with the bottom tier 2 tower being taken down as well. It could have been worse for WhA Agents, but it still went pretty badly. I'm just saying it could have been worse. Could have been worse. And Prophet, in the meantime, continuing to push this top lane, pushing every single lane that he can, wants to take down this tier 2 tower as it's the last one standing. Actually, the middle tier 2 tower is just barely here, and looks like it's in denied range, maybe. That looks deniable. Looks easily deniable, and I think that's exactly what CK is going to do. Maybe not. Crob is going to continue to push this lane out. However, we do see some members of WhA Agents in a relatively good position to possibly close in on the Crobulus, but it seems like they're not going to capitalize on it. In the meantime, Venomancer has joined the fray. He's going to place some wards down. Middle tower gets denied. There it goes. I was waiting for that to happen. Crobulus and Ancient Apparition almost catching up with each other, but they immediately parted ways, realizing that they're not the best of friends. This top lane has a nice bit of momentum. It's going to push towards the tower, but in the meantime, the Windrunner has returned. She will push it back with the use of that power shot. But don't forget that we have the Nature's Prophet chilling out here in the jungle. He could easily start returning the pushback, but he doesn't want to get caught out. He could also very easily die if he happened to get caught. However, I really don't think WhA's agents are in the position to start roaming around and looking for kills. They have to focus on defense. Infused are going to unify over at this top lane, and they are going to push it to death with this tier 2 tower still standing, and the last one standing indeed. They want to make it fall. And they will. Do we have any creeps from Chen? We do not. No creeps coming in from Chen. This is downright unfortunate. Maybe they won't take a push. We see a lot of conversions here taking down these wards. However, they have despawned as the timer for them just did run out. Healing ward going out. Going to reinforce this creep wave just a little bit. And a nice shackle. The Wildkin to the creep. They want to take down that Wildkin as fast as possible. AA ulti hitting just the Venomancer with a 2-second stun to follow, followed by the Reality Rift. And the Poison Nova goes out. Venomancer takes a fall. However, everyone else is going to pay for it. CK is getting very low and does take a fall alongside that Enigma who gets sprouted. And a nice shackle on the Chen once again. And they are chasing after the Queen of Pain. Double damage in hand, but it doesn't matter. Crud with this ulti doing an awful lot of damage. And in the meantime, the Ancient Apparition has taken a fall too. Wait, did it already take a fall? No, I think it was a chaos. Someone died. People are dying. Let's just keep it as that. I'm not perfectly tracking it because there's just so much going on right now. And look at the pushing power to come out of Infused. This was so foolish. I know I said this several times before. He's just getting lucky with those Wildkins too. Jesus Christ, I swear to God, every single push he's had a Wildkin in hand. And this just destroys the creep waves and causes a lot of problems for WhA's Asians. AA ulti going down as well as a shackle and the Chaos Knight. I think that was just a creep actually. Queen coming in doing a bit of right click damage and Chaos Knight is to follow. They just profit very low. Chen going to send him back to base and is going to go in and do a little bit of damage. Necronomicon units coming out. Chen currently on the run. Shackle, but it doesn't latch, but a 2-second stun comes out followed by a blink to scream, and Chen manages to take a fall. A small victory for WhA's Asians and exactly what they need to do to come back, and they want to kill off that Wildkin. They're right now thinking, F that Wildkin. I'm sick of him so much. We want him dead. We want him so dead. No, we don't want him in the next push. Kill him. Get rid of him. I wonder if there are any more Wildkins in the fray. I'm sure Chen would absolutely love to pick another one of those up. We have a Centaur over here. Alas, no Wildkins, but let's take a look over at the Dire jungle. No Wildkins by the looks of it. There is one final, actually there are two final camps. Tiger over here, and what about here? No, there's a Centaur. And even if there was a Wildkin, I'm sure WhA's Asians would most definitely be wise enough to kill it and kill it dead, so it can't be utilized by that Chen. I'm sure they're hating themselves so much for letting that Chen get in, or at least hating the Chen so much for being so lucky to get so many Wildkins. Absolute horror to deal with, especially at this stage in the game. Enigma working his way towards a mech. Yes, indeed. Take a gander at the items that WhA's Asians has. Are they a German team? I don't know why they call themselves WhA's Asians. But not a particularly large amount of items being in hand. Taking down the ancient camp here, getting a nice little extra bit of gold drums of war in hand for that Juggernaut. Taking a gander at the Venomancer's items, nothing particularly much indeed. The Prophet has a Necro Book. And of course that Medallion is going for full-on pushing power. Screw the mechanism, screw a sheep stick, screw all of that. Let's get a Necro Book and push as hard as we possibly can, as if we didn't have enough pushing power. However, Chen is the one with the mech. He also has... This is going to be a lot of extra reinforcements. He's got a Wildkin. I mean, he doesn't have a Wildkin. He has a Furbolg. Although they were Ursas. Furbolgs. I can't remember. I thought they were Ursa Warriors. God damn it, I cannot remember. It could just be that they are named wrong, possibly. But these seem to be named fairly accurately. So we have, of course, a Centaur. And we have that Troll, which is going to... Not only does it have that Troll trap, which is a nice little slow, but it's extra reinforcements because it can summon undead. And we're going to see that Crypt Swarm doing a lot of damage. Queen of Pain very wisely blinking the hell out and teleporting almost immediately. Does not want to get plowed by this trio of rape, for lack of a better term. That's essentially what it is. In fact, it's most definitely what it is. So Infused mostly taking time. In the meantime, middle lane might find himself in a lot of trouble. AA ulti coming out, 3-second stun to land on that Prophet. TPing in, is it a good TP? I don't think so. The Malphus stun there as well. And Juggernaut going in. He's not going to be able to stop the Chaos Knight from TPing himself the hell away from the spinning ball of death that happens to be that Juggernaut. The Prophet takes a fall, and WhA's Asians are doing what they need to do to try and get back in this, which is little things. Tiny little things. The XP is actually a good amount in favor for WhA's Asians. However, needless to say, the gold is in favor for Infused with all the towers that they've managed to fell. As we have the glorious sounds of dead air, we as Asians are just sort of... They're mostly just sitting around, really. They're not... I feel that they need to do something. And, oh, actually, Queen of Pain's pushing this bottom tower. However, Nature's Prophet saying, "Nuh-uh, lady. This is my forest. You can't hide from here." But very wisely blinking out to a good position. But the Troll Trap stops the teleport right in its track. And that is a dead Queen of Pain. No hope for her. And a silence to come in from Crobulus just to make sure she doesn't try to blink away because she is a slippery little bastard. But a nice pickup on the Queen of Pain right there by Infused. Yeah, excuse me. Meantime, I shall drink some tea as not much is happening. We as Asians pushing their way towards this middle tower. Venomancer is here, however, to reinforce. But all he can do is plant those plague wards as often as he possibly can. But Prophet rapidly teleporting in. Has a next level Necronomicon book in his stash and is waiting to pick that up and start delivering even some even more pushing power to the lane. Illusion Rune being picked up by the Chaos Knight. Doesn't have a particularly great inventory at this very moment, but they're doing alright. They're doing alright. The top tower might take a fall if defense doesn't roll in soon. We can see the pushing power of Infuse falling off just that little bit, but it's still incredibly powerful. They are still more than capable of pushing this down. The top tower's possibly going to take a fall. WhA ulti coming in to do a bit of damage as well, but Crobulus combined with that Venomancer should easily be able to defend this tower, but it has gotten rather low indeed. Infused doing a very good job at defending. Still all of their towers intact, and meanwhile all of the outer towers have been taken down for WhA as Asians. And it looks like we're going to go on Roshan, or maybe just... Oh no, the entire team is here. Smoked in fact. And this will be a relatively easy Roshan kill. WhA as Asians, although very close, I'm going to assume have absolutely no idea what's going on, but they probably have their suspicions. Defense is, however, going to need to roll in. Venomancer TPing down to bottom. This lane is going to need defending. They don't want to start losing towers. However, the two here should be enough to take down Roshan, getting very low in health. Who's going to pick it up, however? Nature's Prophet picking up the Aegis of Immortality, and now the extra money for Team Infused, as well as that nice chunk of experience. Has he got enough for a Necro Book 3? He can actually pick himself up a Necro Book 3 if he so desires. An ulti going out there for the Juggernaut and absolutely popping the Ancient Apparition. Didn't survive for a couple of seconds. And they're going to push this bottom lane. They've taken a kill on the Ancient Apparition. They have the Aegis of Immortality. However, someone's going to have to defend mid. But mid has quite a bit of HP, might be able to withstand to the force. We'll have to force that Windrunner back to defend this bottom tower and barracks, which will take a fall if no one returns. However, this middle tower is going to take some damage. The momentum is continuing to shift in favor for WhA as Asians. However, I don't think they give a toss. It's a worthy trade, a tier 1 for a tier 3 and possibly a barracks. Hell yes is the only words that Infused are uttering as of this moment. WhA ulti going out, going to do a bit of damage, but I don't think they give a toss. Blink to Screen coming in as well as a Shadow Poison and a Shackle, but it doesn't latch. Mech trying to go down and give a bit of healing, but the Queen of Pain still pops like a balloon. CK has come in, doing a little bit of damage, but there's not much he can do. Crob ulti is going down as well. Frosted Feet lands and getting trapped right here. Black Hole going down, but it gets cancelled almost immediately. And a fantastic Shackle right there. What the Christ, that is a hack Shackle right there. Reality Rift going down there on the Prophet, followed by a 3-second stun, but the Troll Traps to land on the Chaos Knight, as well as taking a lot of damage. The Windrunner is also silenced as a matter of time. Triple kill there for the Chen, and Windrunner is a sole survivor of this engagement. And this could very well be GG. They can't buy back. Windrunner obviously can't save them. It's not looking good, needless to say. Windrunner's going to TP in because she has to try. She has to try at least, but there's not much that she can do. Like, there is pretty much nothing that she can do. The bottom melee racks has taken a fall, and the range racks will follow. WhA ulti going down. Another fantastic Shackle right there. What the hell is going on? Blink to Scream, but no ulti to come in. It's still currently on cooldown. Queen has to run for her life. We have Windrunner very low in HP and Windrunning to safety, hopefully. Doesn't want to take a fall to those Treants, which are still lurking around. Have to be very careful right there. And WhA as Asians have... well, they're not in a good situation. Infused have taken a great victory here, getting many kills and the bottom barracks, and are using the opportunity. Let's just back off. We've done everything we need to do. We don't need to keep pushing. We've put themselves in a horrible situation. Let's sit back, because we have to recuperate. So do they. And then we can keep pushing. In the meantime, Prophet doesn't give a toss. He can just keep pushing these lanes as hard as humanly possible. That's something that Prophet simply just does, but someone's about to get caught out of position. Venomancer, 2 seconds stun to come in, and AA ulti going to assist as well as a scream. I don't think it was close enough, but the mech is going to save the day, yes indeed. And now we have Juggernaut spinning like a madman, wanting to pick up some kills, but everyone's just moved that little bit too far away. Oh, Venomancer did take a fall. I thought he survived. Never mind. Link to scream. However, there's no one there. It's just creeps, so there was absolutely no point in giving commentary on what exactly was going on. Chen just going to sit back, do a little bit of jungling, let his mana regen for the next few moments before the next engagement happens. Furion continuing to push this top lane, and reinforcements have already arrived to defend it, as they absolutely must do. I love the fact that the way in which Furion can keep pushing these lanes, can keep giving all the lanes momentum. I know people hate that word, but it's such a good word. The problem is everyone's using it too much. I think I'm even starting to use it too much. It's just a really good word to describe what's going on. It's eloquent, and it's a good sounding word. It makes you think smart. It's a good word to use, and it perfectly describes what exactly is going on. Like, this bottom lane has a little... Okay, I'm gonna stop it now. I'm sorry, guys. Infused just sitting back. They know that they're in a commanding position, and they have absolutely no need to push forward. They know that we as agents are the ones that have to initiate, not Infused. They can just sit back for the time being. They probably want to work their way towards a couple of nice items. Chen already has a very nice army up. But what are the items that everyone has in hand? Or maybe they're going straight for the push. Looks like they want to catch some people off in the jungle, which they might actually do. Chaos Knight getting caught in a not so great situation, but the Crypt Swarm does pull her out. However, a nice shackle there on the Nature's Prophet. Hand of God going down, and the Crob Sprout going down, but the Force Staff the hell out of there. In fact, a Force Staff by the Windrunner, very nicely done indeed. And a successfully avoided gank. However, no, everyone's A-okay, but no, teleporting out. Okay, everyone's safe. I just had a feeling, I think Enigma might take a fall. He might not be so lucky, but alas, that is not the case. And with everyone disappearing and preparing to defend, Infuse are going to push this top lane. They're going to press the issue, and hopefully, kill the tower and the barracks. Could be a very quick game. Crob ulti going down, and Sprout as well as another one of these fantastic shackles. Reality Rift there on the Prophet with a scream going down. A lot of damage being dealt. Mech charge to land as well. And the Prophet's going to take a fall, but he has that Aegis of Immortality. He doesn't care at all, and they think, oh crap, we wasted all of that. A shackle going down, but it doesn't latch. Windrunner takes a fall, and the Ancient Apparition will be the next. The Sprout to go on him. No escape. And the Crob ulti doing so much damage. The top tower has fallen. Chaos Knight not going down. Prophet ulti doing a nice little bit of damage. That Tornado once again is making a return. Absolutely smashing its way through the creep wave and any enemy that stands before it. And the top barracks has taken a fall, and they're going to rotate to the middle. We as agents can do nothing about this. This is most likely going to be GG, ladies and gentlemen. There's not much to say. There's not much to talk about. Chaos Knight moving in, trying to get a good position. A nice black hole would be exactly what we as agents need, but they're not that unwise. They know that death can roll in. Malphite stun to go down on the Juggernaut, and a Sprout landing there on the CK. Queen of Pain coming in, doesn't have that scream, doesn't have that ulti. TPing in as well, even though it was a short distance away. Scream picking up the kill there on the Venomancer, with Juggernaut running away with very low HP. The power shot to go through, the Sprout not catching out anyone, and a silence to go down there as well. And a nice black hole, a relatively decent black hole, catching out a few of the members, just catching out that Chen, and another fantastic hack shackle. Prophet in a not so great situation. Buybacks are being had all round. Reality Rift back to safety, back to death range rather. A nice little victory for we as agents. However, the buyback money is too great with Team Infused, and they're immediately returned to continue to press the issue and push down this middle lane. The melee barracks has already taken a fall, and the range barracks will be the one to follow. Prophet ulti going down, doing a massive amount of damage. Enigma very low on HP, but he has that mech. He really should use it. Sprout going down, most likely going to be converted to trees, as there are no heroes being caught out by it. No trees to come from that Sprout. I'm guessing it was timed just that little bit wrong, but it is back, and the trees will no doubt follow. Here they come. And towers are going to be taken down. GG's coming out from fodder by we as agents. But the damage is still going to be dealt by all members. They want to try and pick up a couple of kills before the games, and Juggernaut getting a few right clicks. Reality Rift going to land on him. The Hand of God going to come down as well. Crobulous ulti doing lots of damage. Shackle followed by that 3-second stun, or 3-second stun followed by the Shackle. Chaos Knight coming in, trying to force staff his way out of there. Indeed, the Windrunner force staffing him out of there. The Night Pulse doing a little bit of damage to the creep wave, but there's not much they can do. Scream going down, and the negative urn charge just getting missed by that Crypt Swarm. Queen of Pain manages to walk her way to safety. Venomous Scale to go down, and the Ancient has finally taken its fall. A very quick game, 27 minutes in, and the victory has been claimed by Team Infused. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the power of the amount of push. That's why you don't let them get that pushing power. There's so much push. Every single hero of Team Infused had pushing power, and we as agents paid for it. They went for damage, they took damage, as well as teamfight control, but none of that matters if the opposing team has immense amount of push, which they indeed had. Ladies and gentlemen, my name has been Toshley. I hope you enjoyed this commentary. Don't forget to thumbs it up if you did like it, and thumbs it down if you don't. That's why the button's there for. And of course, if possible, leave a little bit of commentary. I mean, not commentary. Leave a little bit of criticism and feedback. It's incredibly helpful to hopefully help me improve my commentary. Ladies and gentlemen, my name has been Toshley. Once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.